So to the men's lightweight pairs, a category that was first introduced in 1993, and since then Italy have been the most successful nation in this category with 3 victories.
A good hard start there from the pairs, and the British pair there with Nick Strange at stroke, 35 years old, 39-year-old Peter Haining behind him, so certainly the senior members of these championships. They're getting away fast. They were silver medalists last year in Zagreb, and they're the early leaders. Closest to us, Ireland, and interestingly, in the Irish pair, Tony O'Connor was in the coxless 4 in Sydney, and they came 11th. And in the Dutch pair, closest to us, in the coxless 4 for Holland, Van der Voren, he was 8th in Sydney. So 2 men from the Sydney boat in this event here.
Out on the far side, the Italians are going quickly. On the near side, it's the Dutch, but pretty close and pretty tight, as you would expect, particularly in this early part of the race here. But I just wonder, Dan, could this be another Irish gold? Certainly, you'd have to say that on the form we've seen from Towie and O'Connor, they should be in with a chance of a medal.
Well, certainly they have good experience in this. O'Connor, before his Olympic race last year, was a bronze medalist in '99, so they've got some good work behind them. And of course, they've got Tor Nielsen coaching them as well, and he's had a great effect on the lightweight scullers. Can he have the same effect now with this pair? But it's Italy out in front at the moment. Italy going through the 500, about half a length in front.
Yes, half a length in front of the 2 men from Enschede for the Netherlands, then Great Britain and Ireland virtually together, and just lagging a little bit at the moment, Yugoslavia and Chile. So here are the Dutch, as you mentioned, Dan, these 2 men 8th in the Olympics in the lightweight 4. Not a bad performance.
Interestingly, the winners of the heats, the opening heats, Great Britain were winners of Heat 1 and Ireland winners of Heat 2, but Ireland were 7 seconds faster. So expect Ireland to make a move starting about now.
Yes, Gerald Towie, no stranger to British rowing fans, spent quite a bit of time in Nottingham until a couple of years ago. And here are the 2. Well, there's no doubt there'll be 2 fervent supporters down the end, and that's going to be Sinead Jennings and Sam Lynch.
Yes, that Irish pair have got a lovely rhythm. I mean, you just saw there that close-up of them. Beautiful movement, really well together, moving very sweetly together. Whereas the Chilean pair, not quite so well, throwing up a lot of water, not really rowing quite so well. But here, Ireland just very, very smoothly moving their boat through, the boat hardly checking at all. And they are moving very sweetly together. Closest to us, the Dutch under quite a bit of pressure, not looking quite so effective, not quite so relaxed, but Italy, as always, fine there with their good leg drive, very horizontal rowing as they come into the 1,000 meters here.
Yeah, quite difficult. Again, we've mentioned this quite a few times. They are out on their own, the Italians, on the far side. All the race pace is happening over this side, the Dutch, the Irish and the British. So the Italians have got to be extra alert to what's going on to their left.
Well, they were certainly looking across there as they came into the 1,000 just to see where they were. Holland look as if they're struggling a little bit. They're both looking out, both checking there, but they are moving quite fast, even though they look as if they're under more pressure than some of the other pairs. Ireland, though, tracking them hard. Italy now being pulled back, and Holland just taken the lead.
Yes, Ireland 1:41.56 for that second 500, and that's the reason why they're very close to the lead now. The Dutch just managing to hold them off, and Nick Strange and Peter Haining not out of this by any means, and Yugoslavia beginning to find a little bit more pace there in lane number 2. Only the Chileans now lagging behind. On the far side, Italy, and it's all beginning to warm up now, Dan.
Yeah, but look, Ireland look to be the most comfortable there. They seem to be the longest, they seem to be the most effective, and they are moving very, very nicely. Italy beginning to get the blades in a bit before the boat has had its full run. It's not running quite so well now. They're under pressure, having taken that early lead. They don't like that, but this boat here now in the green of Ireland, just pressing Holland, pressing the Netherlands. for this lead here in the lightweight men's pair.
Yes, I think they're going to get that lead pretty quickly now. And it's very, very straightforward to see how effective the Irish are. They're coming up to 1,500 metres now. They're in the lead. And again, they've been quickest through the last 500 metres. In fact, half a second faster than in the previous quarter. And now the Dutch under real pressure on the near side here. Italy on the far side. Great Britain, though, are just struggling a little bit at the moment. Peter Haining and Nick Strange to keep with the pace. They're just about level with the Italians on the far side, but they need to try and find a little bit extra if they want to get a medal out of this.
Well, silver medalists last year, Great Britain. They ought to be there. They ought to be in this hunt here. They're just at the moment heading Italy for third, and no one more experienced, really, than Peter Haining with his 3 singles titles. He's been in this sort of battle before, and they've pushed it up now to 39, 40, the British, but Italy responding, and now Ireland beginning to move away from the Netherlands. The Netherlands trying to fight back, but Ireland stretching out, and finally now Ireland pushing up their rate. They're going up now to 37 strokes a minute, up to 38, and nothing that Holland can do. They're moving away with every stroke, Ireland.
Wow, that was a fantastic change of gear there from the Irish. They really moved up, and they are absolutely irresistible, and what a World Championships this has been for the Irish. 2 gold medals yesterday, and surely a third one beckoning now. Never before have Ireland registered such success at a rowing World Championships, but they're coming through now in terrific fashion to take this gold medal in the lightweight men's pairs. Ahead there, very, very tight. The Dutch or the Italians, just the Dutch for me. Great Britain run out of it into 4th place. Then Chile ahead of Yugoslavia. A storming second 1,000 to give Ireland that 3rd gold medal of the championships. The Dutch always second best. So where now for these Irish lightweights? A lightweight double scull, or perhaps a lightweight 4? Surely, Dan, they've got to have a go for an Olympic medal in Athens.
Oh yes, I mean, I think that they've certainly put a very good group of people together. They need 3 more people, another sculler and another pair at that sort of speed. And I think Tor Nielsen is the sort of person who can bring that sort of thing through, I think.
So what is it, Dan, that makes Tor Nielsen so special?
Well, he has a way of organising the training very, very effectively. He's also extremely successful in assessing the physiological talent of his squad. He's had a huge amount of experience. But there are only 2 or 3 coaches in the world who can make that kind of thing happen in a squad in such a short space of time.